This is Seth Vidya Mandir, English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce. This is the HSC Online Audio Video Lectures Series. I'm Beena Raikar, your OC lecturer, and I've started with chapter number 4, Business Services. This is the third video that I've put up, and today I'm going to explain to you the secondary functions of bank. At first we'll see the definition of what is a bank. As per the Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949, banking company means any company which transacts the business of banking in India. And the word banking has been defined as accepting for the purpose of lending or investment of deposits of money from public, repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawal by check, draft and order or otherwise. Students, it means that a bank is an institution which deals in money and credit. It accepts deposit from the public and grants loans and advances to those who are in need of funds for various purposes. Banks encourage saving habit among individuals and thereby making funds available for their use as and when required. Banking is an activity which involves accepting of deposits for the purpose of lending and investing. Banking activities are considered to be the lifeblood of the national economy. Without banking services, trading and business services activities cannot be carried on smoothly. So let's go to the secondary functions of commercial bank. Here I have put up the primary functions and the secondary functions. Primary functions I had already explained you in my previous video. Now let's go to the secondary functions. In secondary functions it is classified into two, that is your agency functions and your utility functions. In agency functions, students, you have again this classified into 5 functions. Number 1 is periodical collections and payment, second portfolio management, third fund transfer, fourth dematerialization and fifth forex transactions. The second part is utility function, that is issue of drafts and checks, locker facility, project reports, gift checks, underwriting services and gold related services. Now let's go in detail as to what are these agency functions and the secondary functions of the bank. Secondary functions classified into 2, agency functions and utility functions. Agency functions, students, are those functions that a commercial bank acts as an agent or representative of its client and performs the various functions. And these functions, as I'm repeating again, these functions are periodic collection and payments, portfolio management, fund transfer, dematerialization, forex transactions. Let's go to the first one, that is what are the agency functions. The periodic collection and payments. What it does actually. The commercial bank that collects salaries, dividends, interest or any other income which is given to its customers. The periodic payments such as taxes, premiums, etc. They are provided by the bank. That is, instructions are given by the customer to the bank to collect the salary, to collect the dividends. Similarly, you can even pay your LIC premium, you can pay your rent, you can pay your electricity bill through banks. This is called as periodical collections and payments. The banks of course charges a fixed amount quarterly or annually in the form of service charges from customers for providing such services. The second function is portfolio management. Commercial banks undertake to purchase and to sell securities such as shares, bonds, debentures, etc. on behalf of the clients. Now, the bonds, as I said, shares and bonds, what is a share? A share or stock is a document issued by a company which entitles its holders to be one of the owners of the company. A share is issued by a company or can be purchased from the stock market. By purchasing a share, you can earn a portion of the company, and by selling the shares, you get capital gain. Now, what is a bond? A bond is a contract between two parties. Companies or governments issue bonds because they need to borrow large amounts of money. These are some examples of shares, bonds. This handling of securities is known as portfolio management. Due to this facility, more clients are opting for such services of commercial banks. Let's go to the third one. The third is fund transfer. Commercial banks provide facility of fund transfers from one branch to another branch. Bank comes with various initiatives to make this transfer hassle-free. The fourth is dematerialization. Bank provides dematerialization facilities to their clients to hold the securities in an electronic compact. On behalf of clients, it undertakes the electronic transfer of shares in case of purchase or sale. That is, earlier we used to have a physical share certificate. Now, the physical share certificate, that is in a form of paper, it is not more required. It is being transferred into electronically. That is, it's a virtual certificate which we can store in our PC. Okay, after this dematerialization function, okay, conversion of physical shares into electronic form. It aimed at eliminating fraud and theft while making trade trackable. And India embarked on demat process in 1996, and almost all shares of listed companies are held in these forms. Okay, so 1 million private limited companies, that is 70,000 unlisted public limited companies and 6,000 listed companies have transformed their share certificates into virtual one. The next one is the forex transactions. Forex is an abbreviation for foreign exchange. A bank may purchase or sell foreign exchange on behalf of its clients. A bank purchases forex from its clients, which the client receives from foreign transactions, and sells the forex when the clients need it overseas transactions. Now we'll come to the utility functions. The utility functions are issue of drafts, locker facility, project reports, gift checks, underwriting services, gold related services. The commercial bank performs this function on behalf of its client. It provides certain facility or products to its clients as follows. The first one is issues drafts and checks. A draft is an order of pay money from one branch of a bank to another branch of the same bank or other bank. A bank issues drafts on its account holder as well as non-account holders, whereas checks are issued only by account holders. Bank charges commission for issuing a bank draft. Then you have the locker system. This is a utility given by the commercial bank. It provides locker facility for safe custody of valuables, documents, gold, ornaments, etc. The third one is project report. The bank prepares project reports and feasibility studies on behalf of its clients. This enables a business firm to obtain funds from the market and to obtain clearance from government authorities. The fourth is the gift check. Bank issues gift checks and gold coins to account holders as well as non-account holders. This can be used by clients for the purpose of gifting on occasions like weddings, birthdays, etc. Fifth one is underwriting services. A commercial bank may underwrite the issue of securities issued by companies. If the shares are not fully subscribed, the underwriting bank agrees to take up the unsubscribed portion of the securities. Now here students, what do you mean by underwriting? Underwriting, it is a process through which an individual or institution takes on financial risk for a fee. Underwriters assess the degree of risk of insurer's business. It helps to set fair borrowing rates for loans, establishes appropriate premiums, and creates a market for securities by accurately pricing investment risk. Underwriting ensures that An initial public offering company will raise the amount of capital needed and provides the underwriters with a premium or profit for their services. What do you mean by securities underwritten? It is a process by which investment banks raise investment capital from investors on behalf of corporations and governments that are issuing securities. The service of an underwriter are typically used during a public offering in a market. This is a way of distributing a newly issued security, such as stocks or bonds, to investors. A syndicate of banks underwrites the transaction, which means they have taken on the risk of distributing the securities. If they are not able to find enough investors, they will have to hold some securities themselves. Underwriters make their income from the price difference between the price they pay the issuer and what they collect from the investors or from broker dealers who buy portion of the offerings. 6 is gold related services. Many banks have provided gold services to its customers. Banks are commercially buying and selling gold or gold ornaments from customers on a large scale. Some banks also provide services to these customers in terms of gold funds, gold EFT, etc. So these are the functions of commercial bank. That is the secondary functions. Secondary functions, we had two: agency as the and utility functions. Under agency functions, we had periodic collection and payments, portfolio management, fund transfer, dematerialization, forex transactions. Under utility functions, we had issue of drafts and checks, locker facility, project reports, gift checks, underwriting services, and gold related services. I hope you have understood these functions, students. Thank you.